What's happening? This is Ryan Dawkins, and you're tuning in to The Loft.
Has brought out the best of me. Our next guest is an absolute legend in the DJ industry. He's a DJ, YouTuber, and curator for BeatSource Official. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Nick Spinelli.
What's good? What's good? What's good?
What's up, big dog? Thanks for coming on the pod, man.
Thanks, man. I don't know about legend, but
listen, you've done a lot in the industry, and I've been watching your stuff from your equipment reviews and just like your gig vlogs and stuff like that. And as any DJ who watches that can only respect it, man. And you're
man.
You know, as a like I said, I'm not going to get too deep into DJing, but like, you know, like your transitions are clean, your mixes are clean. You have interesting different combinations of songs. You take risks, which I've noticed as well. First off, congratulations. You just got married.
Yeah.
You've been doing the weddings. Now you're getting married.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. Best day of the life, except for when his kid was born. But yeah. Besides that, yeah.
How long are you guys together for?
12 years, I think.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
Wish she was waiting, huh?
I held out forever, bro.
Yeah.
Forever. And then one fucking day, it was actually Thanksgiving, 2020. Pandemic happened. I was all pissed off about it. And she's like, "I'll cook Thanksgiving dinner." I was like, "Yeah, fucking right, you will." My mom always cooks Thanksgiving dinner. You're not cooking Thanksgiving. You're not ruining this for me.
Yeah.
This is all I fucking got. Yeah, fucking right.
Lost all your gigs, lost everything.
She's like, "Nah, I'm gonna cook." I'm like, "Fuck, all right, cool, cook. Cook it up." And oh my God, she cooked a 6-course. Fucking like I'm talking fixins, I'm talking turkey, I'm talking stuffing, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, fucking everything, the greens, everything, you name it, and it all slapped to the gods, And the whole time she was cooking, she was drinking, smoking with us, we were vibing.
Yeah.
I was like, I was fucking feeling good that day. I was like, whatever, I'm sure it'll be good. It was ridiculous,
And that's how you knew.
Yeah, and I was like, man, I gotta just fucking put a ring on it. If she left, that would suck. Like, I just need it. What am I thinking? That's what just brought it back in my head. I'm like, man, what are you doing? Just do it. And I literally, the next month, I bought the ring, and then we booked a vacation to Vegas. I wanted to propose in front of the fountains at the Bellagio.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we lined all that up, and that's it. Now we're married.
Did you have like friends and family there? Was it just you, or how did you do your proposal?
No, it's just us. I hired a photographer out there. I found like this really good, like on Instagram, this girl's real good at photography. She does like a lot of the sports games, the concerts and stuff. She's real good at like candid shit. And she's like also like short and tiny. I was like, you can like hide in the crowd and act like you're not about to take our picture. And I was like, yo, we're meeting right here. We had to like line it up and shit. I paid her ahead of time, and it was just kind of a risk. I hope she showed up. Hope she got the pic.
Did you get emotional?
I had to tell her, no, not there. I got emotional at the wedding. The wedding's where I got emotional. First look and like marrying her and all that. But no, like we were just vibing, and like I brought her out there and just proposed and got the pics. And
congratulations,
it's fucking crazy, man.
And you've been doing weddings for a long time.
That's how I started.
So it's interesting because so you guys met. Did you guys meet at a wedding, or you just met from
frat party at college? I was DJing.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. And then so that's how your whole career started, was from weddings, right?
Yeah. I was in a band. I was a drummer in a band, really? And we were doing the band thing, and I needed extra money, and I was working at this restaurant, and there was a wedding DJ. It was like upstairs of the restaurant. There was like a banquet hall, and they had $19.95 a head special with the champagne toast.
Oh wow!
Right, so it was a real nice place. You know what I'm talking about for weddings? Real nice. Wood paneling, nice, right?
Bougie and all that,
No, fucking, it was a fucking hall, whatever. Buna Tavern. Anyway, there was the house guy that always DJ'd there, and he was looking for an assistant. And he offered me $10 an hour cash, which back then, we're talking like 2003. That was like double minimum wage. So I was like, bet. And I started working with him, and then he taught me the ropes of DJing weddings. But like, he didn't mix.
Yeah.
He taught me how to be an entertainer, how to MC, how to teach the dances, like all the cheesy shit.
Yeah.
And then how weddings work in general, and like that background. And like some of it I still use today, because like it's just weddings and you know what I mean? How to do a cake, how to do
formalities,
exactly, shit like that. But I only knew the cheesy side. I didn't discover mixing until like I heard AM mix one day, like when I was like maybe 16, 17. And then I was like, whoa, you could do this? Because like AM was mixing and shit that like you would play at a wedding. He would mix the twist with fucking like random shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, I played a twist.
Yeah.
No way, you could do that exists, and then I geeked out, and then that's when I actually learned how to. So like first 100 gigs, I did not mix. Like I didn't know. I had no idea. Where I feel like most DJs nowadays, like they learn at least the basics before they start gigging. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like before they even touch a mic, they learn how to mix. I was the exact opposite.
Yeah, and you MC your weddings too. Yeah, I started DJing when I was 16, and I'm like, I started to.
How old are you, bro?
It's 27.
Okay.
So I've been working for like companies and stuff, and like, but like recently though, and I always do my own weddings, and I'm like, they're like, yeah, we have an MC coming with you. I'm like, what? I was like, I always done my own stuff. Like I've always done both, and it's just interesting to me.
It's
and,
odd.
Which is it's very odd, but like it's just cool that like you do both, and and so like, do you do nightlife at all, like here and there?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw you're in the Double Down group chat.
Double Down. I'm with Smooth.
Yeah.
I do stuff for Smooth, and then I have some independent accounts. Like I do this place in I do a nightclub in Penn State.
Oh, you did was it the basement, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it's an official residency, but like I'm literally there 3 times a semester every semester for the last like couple of years.
That's awesome. Yeah, we're trying to branch out into the college. I just DJ'd in Westchester last month, but that's pretty cool though.
It's fun, man.
Yeah, and you're doing our tailgate coming up on the 22nd.
Dude, I can't fucking wait, bro. You guys going to the game?
I don't think so.
I haven't landed tickets yet, but like I'm thinking about just getting a ticket and going in.
Yeah.
How do I?
I was talking to Dumph, and I was like, dude, if we go, we got to be in the front row. Like I want to be in the front row.
Well, you're talking like.
I know.
But yeah.
But no, dude, I'm so excited because you reached out, and so Don was like, yeah, Nick Spinelli reached out. I'm like, really?
I'm the biggest Eagles fan ever. My whole life, dude. Like longer than I've been a DJ, I've been an Eagles fan. And
really?
like, and I now I'm older and like I have a little more disposable income and going to a lot of games. And I'm like, man, like there's such an awesome culture out here. I didn't grow up in Philly, I grew up in South Jersey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like still like Eagles country, whatever. So like I kind of want to like. Just, I want to meet. So that's why I like we hit up like this Dumph guy seems like, I follow his content. I think he's like awesome, whatever. So like, I'm like, he seems like a crazy fan. So like, I want to link with him. And then like, I don't know. I want to like,
as soon as
I want to get into the culture. I want to be all your guys' friends, man. I just want to fucking rage and tailgate and celebrate.
Trust me. You are going to be in the biggest tailgate. Like, and as Smooth is going to be huge, and then as soon as you walk out of the lot, it's going to be us. So
it's right outside that.
Smooth does Xfinity, and then we're right outside. So it's going to be a really good time. And we got a few new like tricks up our sleeves. We have I ordered like a custom shotgun wrestling belt that we're gonna be giving to people and shit like that for like, and we have like these 2 girls who are gonna be doing interviews now on outside of the tailgate. So huge. It's gonna be a really fun time, and I play on a Rev 7, so I'll have a Rev 7 for you.
Thank you.
But it's gonna be so fun, man.
Dude, and like those interviews are gold now, man. There's a lot of people. You've seen Tonka, and then there's a lot of other people, like because especially Philly fans are so nuts. Like you get them going into the game. Hey, what's up? So how do you feel about Miami Dolphins Tyreek Hill? Fuck that guy. And then they like, you know what I mean? Like
they're just like they're in right now, and honestly, they're fun. People love that stuff.
Yeah,
if you want to see the craziness of the fans, the chaos.
Well, because there's nothing like it.
Exactly.
You ever been to another game? I went to I was in LA for I guess it was like my unofficial bachelor party. I went for Scam Summit and all that.
Okay, yeah.
But we went to a Chargers game out there. At the stadium. I want to experience the stadium, and it's just like it was preseason at the time, but still like. There is like it is totally different. Everyone's fucking mild, bro. Like the only one that kind of came close. I've been to Dallas Stadium, but even them, they're still bitches. Like they're all bitches. They were the hey and I'm like, is that all you have to say? You know what's so funny? You know what? Like the family I came from is Eagles fans.
Yeah.
I found out when I was probably your age. It was like 26, 27 when I first found out. I Googled it and found out, and I was shocked that Troy Aikman wasn't gay.
Really?
I literally, my whole life, into my adult life, I just thought he was gay.
That's crazy.
I genuinely just thought, he was gay, but he played football. He was a good quarterback, whatever. Like, leave the guy alone. He's gay.
Yeah.
One day I Googled it, like something came up where he was on a broadcast. He was like, and my wife. No, you're gay. Wife. I'll Google him right now. And he's never been gay. I'm like, it's just because they used to make fun of him. And I took it seriously as a kid. Like, wow. It was the funniest shit.
Awesome.
Like,
you would think so. He's in a Cowboys union, you know what I mean? So
I don't know.
So honestly, like even with the Phillies going on, the Phillies are currently playing while we're doing this podcast, but they're winning. I think 8-2 right now, 7-2. Yeah. But now like the whole Philly culture is amazing. I think you're gonna really enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
And you've been DJing. So you play all over. I can imagine now, right? Like you do weddings like in different states and stuff like that. Like where do you mainly?
Yeah.
How's your schedule? Like honestly,
it's crazy. I mean, this year I had a wedding in Mexico, Colorado. all over the Northeast, fucking, you know, I have North Carolina, you know, Connecticut, upstate New York. I'm in Connecticut this weekend.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania, you know, good amount in Jersey. But what happened with like, you know, I started doing like TikToks and Reels and stuff like that, and that type of content started broadening. Like a lot of people outside of the area started hitting me up, and that's when. That's
awesome.
So it's cool. It's cool to travel, but also it's like, you know, it's tougher too, though.
Yeah, hectic because
you know what I mean.
Like, not for nothing, you have to bring the equipment, right?
I have to bring well, not like, you know, not like Mexico or like Colorado, like that all, like anything. Like if I have to fly, then all the equipment has to be supplied.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I brought my Rev 7 to Colorado, but like I'm not bringing. You can't if you ever do a wedding or a gig outside of country, you can't bring like a mixer. Like they'll grill you when you're going through customs. They're like, why you got that for what?
Really?
And they're like, oh, do you have a work visa? You don't. Oh, because like we don't. Because it's such a rigmarole to get a whole. Wow. I'm like fucking admitting crazy shit. Like, what if the government's listening to me right now? You can get a work visa to work in fucking Mexico. No, it doesn't matter.
So wow. So that'll all have to be supplied for you.
Correct. And you just show up with your laptop, and you know, and it's
damn.
Yeah, it's like it's a little nerve wracking because like I kind of lose control because I'm used to setting up my own shit. So when I have to fly to Mexico, and I'm like, I met up with the production guy, and he's like, all right, I got you, and I'm like, do you? You promise? You know, like, or you just beat me for like, oh yeah, like what? You know, but he showed up. He brought crazy. We had a dual 18-inch RCFs with line arrays for 60 people. It was obnoxious in Mexico.
Yeah, that's
obnoxious.
How was that wedding? Good.
Insane. It was a 60-person wedding at Hard Rock Los Cabos in Cabo San Lucas. I was scared shitless. I showed up. It was like literally like 59, 61 people or so. And like, you know, if you ever did a gig that small, if you lose 5 people off the dance floor, it's catastrophic. Right. You know what I mean? It's a chain reaction. It's just not a lot of people. It's just a numbers game. Yeah. And we were spread out on this balcony, like you know, overlooking the ocean. It's a pretty big like space and pretty big dance floor. I'm like, fuck, man. Like they flew me all the way out here.
You have to deliver.
Like, but like, fuck, the numbers are against me. What if I play one wrong song, right? So I went up to the bartender and I gave him 20 American. I was like, listen, bro. I need you to get these people to black out. I sound so much better when you're drunk. Trust me, you just need to get these people to black out, please.
That's
look,
smart.
It's not a lot of people. It's like, oh, got you. Like, I bet. And it worked. They got fucked up, and
hell yeah.
I prepped my dick off, you know, and so it went well. I got a lot of TikToks out of it and all that.
That's awesome. Yeah. So what made you come to the realization that the content, the TikToks, Instagrams, was where things were going?
I mean, I always, like, when TikTok first started coming out, I came out with a video and said, like, yo, all you DJs need to get on TikTok. And then myself didn't do shit. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, I knew it, but, like, I didn't have a play for it, really, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Instagram, I was doing more photos and whatnot. So I always thought back in my head, I've been doing weddings so long, and, like, if I have free reign to do it, I do a lot of routines at weddings. Like, I don't just like mix on. Like, I have tons of routines, like so many, just because I just built them up over the years. You know, like just so many. I thought to myself a couple of times, like, you know, maybe if I could record it live, and like it would be cool to kind of see the routine, I know this routine gets a reaction. Like, I feel like that's like a video that's never been done before. Yeah. I never did it though because I didn't want anybody to bite my shit. You know, and I held that back for a long time, and I just pushed off, and then like I was doing my show on YouTube. And I had Chris Villa on. He's from Arizona. Yeah, he's a DJ from Arizona, and he's really, really good. If you don't, you know,
I've heard of him, but
I've
never seen him play.
So good. He's a Arizona Cardinals DJ. He's a Diamondbacks DJ, and then he also does like all the shit around there. He's like an OG, like really good DJ. Cool dude too. Anyway, he was on. He said, I think he was talking to Jazzy Jeff or something, and he said that Jazzy Jeff said, like, when you die as an artist, no matter what kind of art you do, you want to die empty. In other words, like, you want to put all that art out there. You don't want to keep any art in, and then you die, and then it's dead with you. Like, no one will ever see that. And then I was like, man, like, maybe I should just fucking record these mixes then. Fuck it. Who cares if people bite me? And after that, you know, I actually did a vlog for DJ City. DJ City wanted me to do a vlog on one of my weddings. I vlogged the whole thing. Santi, my assistant, shout out to Santi, he he had a separate angle and he wanted to get like a separate angle on his own. I'm like, with another camera. I'm like, all right, cool, if that's fine. And he's the one that got my first viral video and all that. He filmed it sideways or horizontal. And when I talked to Chris, I was like, fuck it, maybe I'll cut this up because I had all this footage from that one wedding. And it was a good wedding or whatever. So, and I made a bunch of TikToks out of it. And the second one I posted, got, I think it was like 34 million views. And then and I was like, oh fuck, well, if this works, I can do.
I think we're doing something right.
Because I went viral on something that I can recreate over and over again. Like that's the big thing. Like I think a lot of people, I know a lot of people that have had a viral video, but the problem is what they went viral on, they can't recreate. It's like they went viral for this one trend, or they went, like, I got lucky enough to, like, I went viral doing a routine at a fucking wedding. I DJ 100 weddings a year and I have a bajillion routines.
Yeah.
I can do this for days. So then once I went viral that one time, I was like, fuck it. Then obviously they want more of this. So I was
recorded everything. Yeah, because you put out a lot of content.
And I put out tons. Hundreds and hundreds. And I was able to really.
And they do well. People love them. That's pretty cool. So like, and so you get like a lot of, I've seen the one wedding you did. It was recent. And the one guy came up to the booth with you when you were mixing, and I forget what
it was. Like an older guy.
It was a middle-aged guy. Yeah.
And he was like talking to me.
Let me say, yeah, I'm gonna find the video because I thought it was hilarious. It was yes, it was this one right here. So this one.
Oh.
Yeah, when you mix in
and the guy at the end is like,
he starts screaming, high enough, intoxicated, and he comes up with his tie around his neck. He comes up to the booth. He's like, "This guy's the shit. This guy's the shit."
Yeah.
So like when you started off like doing your weddings, because obviously you've gotten to a point now where you're pretty well renowned and respected. And when you started off, I'm curious as to what like your beginnings were like and how you're able to build yourself up to get get recognized and to also get requested to DJ.
I started out on the bottom level, and so basically like the bottom level of weddings are backyard and fire halls.
Yeah.
These are weddings with very, very little budgets, $400-600 maybe for the DJ if you're lucky, you know what I mean? And those weddings are probably the hardest weddings. They're the most demanding. They don't really value what you do. They kind of micromanage everything you do, and then you're also at a level where it's like it's very hard to get micromanaged. It's like I can only do so much, lady. You know what I mean? It's very hard, and I went through all that. And then I worked up my ranks by going through companies, really. Like, I never really truly worked for myself. I worked for the original guy that taught me. And then, then I ended up leaving him while I was in college, and I went to another guy that I met through him that was, like, a step up. Like, he charged a little more. He had a more, more like a bigger business, all that, more advertising. I worked with him for a little while. And then, like, while I was working for him, I eyed up SE Event Group out of North Jersey, who I work with now.
Yeah.
And they're like, when I discovered them, like, they are one of the GOAT wedding companies. Like, there's nobody that like it's very we are like, it's crazy. Like our
quality's there.
Our staff is real good, and just like how we do things, and even branding, all that. Like, it's just like SE was another level, and I looked up to them for like a couple of years. I was like, man, they're the fucking shit. Like, fucking SE, man, this fucking company sucks. I'm with. I fucking hate my life. What am I doing? You know what I mean? Like, I was like literally like sweating these dudes. And then one day, their owner Jason Janai was like, I'm looking for DJ, a new host. And then I shot my shot, slid in his DMs. She was like, yeah, come up for an interview. Told my boss, like, because I worked in the office during the day for my current company. I told my boss, I was like, I got to go to a dental appointment. So I can't, sorry. You cool if I step out? And I drove all the way up to North Jersey, or Central technically, met with Janai, whatever, SCE. He was like, yeah, let's go. And he hired me. It was Cinco de Mayo, 2017. So now I went, to me, I felt like I made the big leagues, right? So I'm able to charge more, and I'm under their umbrella, and so I can make more money, do better events, do better venues, all that. That taught me a lot. I learned from all their guys. So from there, I worked with all their different guys, learned from them. Listened, watch them do weddings. I recorded their intros on the mic. I took notes of like songs they played, everything, and I took like what I liked from all the guys, all of them. Literally, like just like bits and pieces of this to kind of develop my own like style and like evolve it. And learn about all the higher end venues and how to work in the higher end venues, because that's a whole nother thing too. Like when you get to like the white glove, like $400 or $500 a head, I'm talking like millionaire weddings. Like all these weddings are like big money. It's like a different there's little nuances you need to know, and if you just get thrown in that atmosphere, you're gonna get chewed up. You know what I mean? And spit out type shit. So I learned all that stuff with SCE. And then another big thing I learned about SCE is that I already did some content, but like they were nuts with content, like crazy. And so when I first got there, I was like, fuck, how am I going to book like, why would anybody choose me over these guys? Like, they're fucking slapping. They got videos on videos on videos, da-da-da. And that's when I started making videos. So at that point, they had all these vlogs. They had live stuff from weddings and all that. I couldn't do that because my weddings for them, weddings book in advance. So instead of doing that, I thought to myself, I'll fucking do wedding DJ tips. You know, I got some strong opinions. I don't know who will listen to me. I really don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but fuck it. I'll just start doing DJ tips. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like, and then like the couples, the only reason why I even did that, I wasn't even trying to help DJs out. Yeah. Fuck y'all. I really wasn't. It was a selfish to read the first, when I made my first video, my thought was, I just got to make a couple tips. Then it gets posted to the SC Event Group YouTube, and then the couples will see it and be like, wow, he's got tip videos. He must know what he's doing. Maybe I'll pick him. And then I could sell him somehow. Because I was just trying to fucking make it, man. I was like, how am I going to get picked over these guys?
You're hustling, yeah.
By the time I was like 2-3 videos in, though, I really liked it. I'm like, you know, and then I got some comments from other DJs, and I'm like, oh, no, I can actually help this guy. Like, actually, I know what he's doing wrong here, or maybe I can make a video about this. This actually might be useful. And then I actually turned, and then like I got into it. Yeah. And then I did like, I don't know, 30 tip videos, and I had it rolling. It was like doing well, and then I decided, fuck it, I'll make my own YouTube page. Like, I'm gonna keep us over here.
Yeah, you got a pretty nice little following on YouTube, which is really cool to see.
It's not bad.
It's like 52 or something. I was checking 52K, which is pretty nice. And like your vlog's doing well, and like the tip videos, and then the equipment reviews. So like you kind of really just dove deep into it. It's like without even realizing you were gonna love it so much, pretty much.
Yeah, you know, I just fell in love with it, called the bug, and like I'm super like hyper focused, like I'm like a fucking psychopath. So like everything, I like everything in excess. Like if I like something, like if I like a pair of, I own this pants in like 5 different colors. Like if I like something, like I'm getting like, so like when I got into it, I just fucking hyper focused. I was like, fucking, I did as many tip videos as I could, and then I started doing vlogs, and then like the pandemic hit. I started my own YouTube channel like mid 2019. I did like a bunch of vlogs that second half of the year. Then the pandemic hit and I wasn't working. So I was like, fuck. So then I just started revert back to tips, but I changed my format up and fucked around with that. Eventually that led into me making my own show. I was like, fuck it, I'll just live stream. Yeah. Because then I got the idea from Pat McAfee. You know who Pat McAfee is?
Yeah, absolute legend, yeah.
So I would watch Pat McAfee back then, years ago, and he had it on YouTube, and he would stream 5 days a week, and then he would cut up the highlights. And it's just, all it is clips of the live stream you could have watched live. Yeah. But those clips would get mad. So he's double dipping. Yeah. I'm like, yo, I can't do 5 days a week. I mean, this ain't sports, this is DJing. What can I talk about? But 1 day a week, and then I take that live stream and I cut it up into segments, and then I can repost them. So not only am I doing a live stream that gets views, but I'm also doing all these highlights that get views. Yeah. And it's just 1 day of work, essentially. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I started doing that. I got it straight from Pat McAfee. I'm like, so that's when I started the Nick Spinelli Show or whatever. And then I did that for like 2.5 years, and like, and was really able to,
that's awesome,
you know, kind of get shit rolling.
So are you doing like, so now you're doing the DJing on the weekends, I assume, when you have your gigs, and then are you focused now on like your YouTube channel and content during the week, or do you have another job?
So no, I don't have another job. I'm full time.
Okay, good.
But yeah, no, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I took like literally like over a month off of content. I haven't done shit as of now. Like there's nothing new up for me between my wedding and the kid, and just like I have so many weddings. Like, and sometimes it's just it started getting a little stale. So sometimes it's a good idea to just step back. Like one thing when it comes to content is like everyone will be there when you get back. I really did realize that, even though like I don't do like, you know, I feel like I don't deserve like any views when I get back, because it's like I haven't been around, but like they are there. You can always take a step back, kind of reevaluate. I'm planning on bringing my show back in like a week or two. That's awesome. I'm exploring a lot of different ideas and different like kind of formats and how I want to do it. I have a lot of video ideas and everything, but like I'm kind of like, I took a little step back.
Yeah, it's good to have a reset and to like reevaluate what we got going on, which is, I think, is super important, because you don't ever want to burn yourself out. And how did you navigate, because you're doing weddings, you said 100 weddings a year, how are you navigating the like not keeping it stale aspect of it?
Of weddings?
Just, yeah, so weddings. So, I mean, you mentioned content, so you're stepping away, but like when it comes to weddings, you have to do weddings. So, like, how do you keep it fresh for yourself?
So, number one, every couple's different, which is cool. Right. So, I really grill couples. Like, I really try and get requests out of them, everyone. Like, every couple, I can find like some curveball, like a whole curveball lane that I don't usually get to play. Yeah. You know what I mean? And even sometimes I dig it out of them, but like, so like, I really drew, like, it's a clean slate every wedding for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I really try and like start fresh, and like, you know, like there's some weddings where like I can do a lot of my routines and stuff, and like I feel like it'll work for them, but like really my couples kind of keep it fresh for me. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm always like just looking for like, what is the craziest shit that you want to, because so many couples are reluctant to tell me. They're like, we really like this, but like, you don't like, we love System of a Down, but we can't play it at our wedding. Yes, you fucking can. Yeah. I got a fucking idea for that. Like, let me wake up, like, you know what I mean? But then I'll get out of it. I have if you have a plan, you know what I mean? And you just go crazy for one song, you can get away with it. If you mix it right, you can get away with it, you know? Absolutely. And so I try and sell that to them. Like, you know,
Yeah.
Just, come on, give it to me.
Yep.
What is your, that's your shit. That's what I fucking thought. All right, you'll see. You'll see when you leave. And I'll wait till like last 30 minutes. They're fucking wasting on the dance floor and all of a sudden, wake up.
Yeah.
And they fucking freak out. You know what I mean?
You find it as like a puzzle piece pretty much.
Yeah.
You find them all as puzzle pieces.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's
everyone's a puzzle. Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. And so like, when it comes to transitioning out of your weddings and your events and you come back to your home and your family, what's it like? What's the switch up like, and what's the dynamic like when it goes like you have your parties, every weddings? How important to you to have that family time now?
It's huge, man. You just got to schedule it. Like I have days when I do, because like I do a lot of content and like videos and all, especially when I'm rolling. Like I'm busy at home too, just as busy, if not more. So I just every Tuesday is the day where I hang out with my wife, and we always hang out and drop the kid off for a little bit and kind of hang out. And then like every night I always get done at 7:00, and then I hang out with the kid for the last couple hours. And, you know, Sundays, I always take off. I have off on Sundays. I never work on Sundays. So really? Sundays, so if I happen to not have a wedding, I'm actually considering stopping booking gigs altogether on Sundays unless it's something crazy. Because
like a Club 215 tailgate.
So exactly. Unless it's something like that, because otherwise, like Sunday weddings, like are just tougher because everyone works the next day.
Yeah, it's hard to keep the energy up, I feel like.
Yeah, and I hate working when, like, you know, even if the Eagles aren't playing, you know, like it still sucks even just to miss the game. Like I love watching, so like.
Right.
You know, so I always have those days. That's kind of how it's set, and then, you know, so it's weekly, and I know when I get to see them, they know, and everything, and and that's it. You know, I think that's my secret anyway.
That's great. That's awesome.
Never skip it, like ever. Like there's never like a week where I haven't seen my family in a week. I've been working, like, unless I'm traveling, I guess. But yeah,
that's awesome. And so when did Beat Source come in and reach out to you to start curating stuff?
So we started talking in early 2020 before they came out with Beat Source. So it was the guys. So Beatport bought DJ City. The owners of DJ City, you know, got an unknown, you know, sum of money for DJ City. But then they also were hired to still work for DJ City. And then they collabed with them and came up with the idea for Beat Source. I mean, I might be missing a step somewhere in there, but that's kind of where it came from. It's like those guys, all the guys behind DJ City, they use the resources of Beatport to create like the DJ knowledge and intelligence and everything, and the expertise and the experience on the DJ City side. And then like the Beatport is like already, they sell music and all that. So like they combine those to create this baby of Beat Source. There's this guy named Ewan out in Scotland, and he, you know, we just knew each other on the internet, you know, like, I don't know, he, you know, we would talk back and forth.
Probably shared something, DM'd you. Or
shit like that, you know what I mean? Just like talking back and forth. You know, he's a fucking cool dude, and it's like, holy fuck. He would like, he would send me like voice messages on the, in my DMs, like, you know, you do that in DMs, but he has this crazy Scottish accent. I'm like, babe, look at this fucking shit. He's like, yo, man, like I can't even do it. Like, I just got back from Jamaica, so like I'm literally, everything's a Jamaican accent. I literally I just said man, like it's not even.
So got the Jamaican. You know,
it's not even close to fucking Scottish. Anyway, he would. But yeah, he would reach out, you know, so we knew each other, and he actually was affiliated with them, and they were looking for a wedding DJ curator, and then he told them about me. So shout out to him, and then they reached out, we met, and I actually had already been selling my playlists and shit. So I was like, oh wow, oh, you want to talk about wedding crates? I got crates for days, like right now, like what, like this is like, and because I really do have like an insane crate system. Like my crate system is fucking, really? Because just over the years, like every time I've ever, like from the time I was 15 to now, like anytime I've ever ran into like something where it's like, holy fuck, I don't know what to play right now, or like, yo, you got freestyle music, and I'm like, what's free? I don't know what the fuck that is. Like I remember when that happened, however many years ago, you know what I mean? Shit like that. Like whenever I ran into that. I went home, I was like, fuck that, that's never happened again. And I did all the research, and I put together the craziest crate. So I have like literally a crate for every possible situation, down to like actual aspects. Like I have a Cougar crate, and it's actually split up based on like Cougar who likes R&B and hip hop, Cougar who likes, you know what I mean, like basic, and then every genre has early and late. So like if it's like I'm an opening vibe, or if it's like I need like some peak hour shit for that group of people. Like I have like the most detailed, like insane. So like anyway, I sold all that to Beat Source. Like we met, and I'm like, whoa, this is actually crazy. Like I could actually crush this, and like we negotiated and everything, and then I signed on, and then I worked with them behind the scenes for like a little over a year before they actually dropped Beat Source and everything.
Wow. So your organization has been off the top, like crazy. So because you just love it.
Well, and it just makes it easier, man.
Yeah,
it's fucking so then I can just DJ blasted, dog. Yeah. I just got everything right in front of me. I'm baked potato, just like, oh, you shit. I know, just the crate. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna remember shit. I just fucking ripped.
Yeah,
my cues are right. My crates are right, and then I just fucking,
sick.
you know what I mean?
Awesome,
Like,
yeah, because it's important, man. The crates and the organization is like honestly one of the top 3 things. Obviously, the talent and the transitions, but like having the music prepared and ready to go is so important. And so, how important is it to you for the preparation? Obviously, but how important has it been for you over the years to like really prepare yourself for whatever you have going on, not just to be like, listen, like, you know, I'm just going to show up and then just kind of wing it. How important has it been for you to just like prepare for whatever you're going into?
Yeah, I have systems for everything. So like, it's just all about just having systems and staying organized. Otherwise you get caught with your pants down, especially with weddings. There's so many aspects. When I meet with a couple, I have an iPad with good notes and an iPad pencil, and I fucking take detailed notes, and then that's all backed up to the cloud. So I have a like notes, pages of notes for every couple. Every meeting, I take a page of notes of whatever they said. I attach the menu so I know what I charge them. Everything's in that one thing. So when I go to do their wedding, I fucking take those notes. I have them on my phone, and then like, you know, when I'm planning the wedding, whatever, I can go through those notes. I remember the little most minute details they told me.
Wow.
You know, when I lay everything out, I always make a cheat sheet. I call it, right. So it's like one sheet of paper, has all the formalities, all my announcements, everything. I always send that to them the Monday before the wedding, and I tell them like, listen, you know, I make a joke of like, listen, I'm going to send you a screenshot of the cheat sheet. You know, just triple check it, make sure autocorrect didn't mess me up, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm like Ron Burgundy, I'll read whatever's on that shit.
Yeah.
So like, you got to triple check it once it's good, I'll print it out. That's why I bring women to your wedding. You can eat, drink, and have a good time. You don't have to worry about me. Yeah. And that covers my ass, because that cheat sheet not only has the times, it has the address of the venue, the fucking what songs I'm playing for what, the timing of it, if there's specific timing, the phonetics. They can read out my phonetics, be like, nah, your phonetics are a little off. And I can't tell you how many times they caught huge mistakes that I would have made.
Really?
Just because I'm busy and I overlook. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I have systems like that triple check everything I fucking do to really prevent any mistakes. So like, the day of, I put it in the GPS. I know for a fact I'm going to the right venue. Like, I leave at this time because I know for a fact I'm going to be there on time. Like, I know I even have a system for when I leave, all that, dude. It's just like fucking system. Yeah. And then we're not even getting into music. Obviously, like music, you know, I have a whole crate system. There's formality crate. There's dinner. Then I take their list and dinner. I have a early dancing, so early sets. I have when everyone's wasted crate. I always make because you pick out certain songs that'll hit better later. I save those in that crate. I might have a slow song crate. I might have crates in between, and I have that all set up. So like, I don't just go off a list and cross them off as I play the request. I literally go to the crate, organized by BPM, key. All right, yeah, fuck it. I'll do this. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
awesome.
All that matters, because in the day, especially weddings, but even I do the same shit with clubs. Just become a psychopath. Like, I'm the weirdo. I'm such a wedding DJ. Like, everyone knows I'm a wedding DJ, because when I show up, you book me to do your club, I get there like an hour early. Like, what do you?
Why are you here?
What are you doing? You good? No, just go. Can you just not be here? Like, well, I just want to make sure everything's all right. Just checking it out. How's everything? Hey, you want to see my cheat sheet? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Fucking, but yeah, but just because like, it's 80% preparation, 20% execution, especially with weddings. Every wedding's a Super Bowl. This is fucking game 7. You can't fuck this shit up. So like, if I'm all prepared, then like, I can just be baked potato chilling. I'm just good to go. Let's go. We're gonna rip it. Let's go, baby.
Steak and potatoes.
And you just cook. You cook at that point.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And I could definitely relate to like just doing the weddings and how much the preparation is important.
But yo, Kev, real quick.
Yeah.
This is a fucking comfy ass couch, bro. Where'd you get it?
So actually, story about this couch. I appreciate you saying that, because I grew up on that couch, to be honest with you.
Really?
It was my best friend's couch. Yes, in his basement. Every day after basketball practice, we'd go home and chill at his house after school, and I would take a fat nap on that couch.
Fucking like this thing.
And when I moved in here, my buddy Matt, shout out to Matt Dever, he hit me up. I was like, yo, like, I don't know if you're looking for furniture. My parents are getting rid of their couches. I'm like, dude, yes, I'll take it. So we took it, and it got it for free, brought it over, and yeah.
Oh my God. And there's a whole story.
Isn't it nice, right? Yeah, that's
great.
I love this couch. I want to keep it for as long as I can.
Yeah, it's just in the back of my head. Like, man, this is nice. I'll talk all day.
People always are like, yo, I sink in. I'm like, no, just get comfortable. I promise you, it doesn't show up on the camera. You know what I mean? It does, but no, that's the story. It's my best friend's couch, and now it's the Loft couch.
Hell yeah.
Kind of full circle, you know?
Oh, love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, man. So yeah, and that's how like kind of this whole kind of studio came about. It was like, you know, I started my parents' loft, and then, you know, I moved out. I needed to get out of my parents' house, and then we just brought it all down here, and you know, now we got our thing going. You know,
legit, man. It's nice.
Yeah. And then so like, speaking of like, you know, growth and evolution, you started up. I can only imagine like when you start off in high school, you obviously started when you were 16, but like did you start when you were 16? 15. So were you always like, what was I'm just curious, what did you think you were going to be when you were getting older?
A cop. Yeah. I was going to be a state trooper. So I went to college to get my bachelor's. I was getting a bachelor's in business, and I figured I just you need a bachelor's to be a state trooper. I want to be a New Jersey state trooper. And I was DJing one night, and I fucking got wasted, and I got a DUI.
Really?
And you ain't gonna be nothing. They ain't hiring you with a DUI, no, especially then. I don't know how the rules are now, but
yeah.
So that went out the window. That was a fucking huge L. Because I love DJ. I always love DJ. Don't get me wrong, but like I never thought it was a real job. And like my parents were kind of old school. They were kind of like, "Oh, that's cool, you do that, but let's be honest, you're not gonna pay your bills with, you know what I mean?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it makes sense." And also, I was doing a lot of low end stuff, so like I only made $400, you know. So to me, it's like I get it. Like you know, it's probably $300, $200. You know, I get it. I probably should. There's no real future in this, so I was convinced of that. It wasn't. I had to take that real huge L to kind of like, you know, then have to step back and just be like, I don't know. And then like first time I really started DJing for a living was I was living out in PA. I went to school out there, and I got a residency in Harrisburg. The dude that owned Ron, that owned all the clubs out there, most of the clubs, like right on 2nd Street in Harrisburg. Yeah. He guaranteed me $700 a week, but I had to DJ 3 days a weekend. But the cool thing was one of the places was Sawyer's, and Sawyer's, if it rained, it's outdoor, then it closed that day. So I would get off, but still get the $700 no matter what. Yeah. So I did Sawyer's Friday, Saturday, and then Thursday was like a random place. Sometimes Sawyer's, sometimes like, you know, they had a Bourbon Street. They had all these little like bars and stuff out there, all house systems. Like it was the first time I was on an NS6 and virtual fucking DJ ripping these places, right? Oh my God, yeah. But so the thing with Sawyer's is, so that's when I kind of like, all right, $700 a week, I can make it work in PA at a cheap apartment, everything. I was living with my wife, wife now. Yeah. And I worked at Guitar Center part-time just for the discount. Wow. Got fired there, just didn't even show up. But but the cool thing about the Sawyer's in particular was, and all of the places actually, this owner was very strict on hip-hop. Like, you couldn't play any. I mean any. I never forget one time I dropped public service announcement, which, like, obviously, if you know, that's like an, no, I'm saying it's a minute and 10 seconds long. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then you're out, like, there's nothing else to do, right? Yeah. Like, I literally dropped that. He came up, he's like, "Do you still want your fucking job or not? Play that again, play something like that again, and you are fucking done," right? And that's like, and he was like my ankle. I was like, "Fuck, sorry." Like, you could play zero hip hop. Now, while I disagree with that, and I think it's super fucking whack, that caused me to dig my dick off, because Sawyer's was 5 hours straight up.
That's a long shift.
You know what I mean? And at the time, like, I was not like quick mixing, but like I was playing, you know, maybe second verses and out, maybe one chorus and out, two choruses and out. Like, I had to like dig. I had to find all these like pop hits, all these like anything but hip hop to make people dance. You know what I mean? There was it was the beginning of like, you know, like party rock and all that. So I had a lot of that to lean on, but like still, like, it was tough. And that's where
house wasn't that hot yet, right?
It was just starting. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're talking like 2011, 2012. Like, it was, I mean, it was pretty much, but yeah. But I had to dig my dick off. So, and that really helped me. That's where I feel like I put in my 10,000 hours. Cause like I had that for 2 years straight, every weekend. You know what I mean? And like just having to keep it fresh. Cause you play the same place 2 days in a row. Like, you don't want to be that loser that plays the same set. And then all the staff talks shit on you. Like, you know, fucking DJ, watch. Next, Dynamite, Tail Cruise, watch. It's coming. Fucking told you. Give me $10.
Oh my.
You know, I don't want to be that fucking guy. So I fucking dug, man, and it really helped me. So I'm thankful that. And then I ended up moving back home and getting hired at a that wedding DJ company, and you know.
Nice. And so when did you really start to realize, like, hey, mom, like, this is actually gonna be like a career?
Because I still wasn't like comfy, you know, doing the residency. But when what happened was back home, the guy I still did weddings for, you know, periodically. Even during that, I was still doing weddings and stuff. Yeah. Maybe 20, 15 a year. The dude back home was like, "Yo, man, if you want, you move back here, I'll pay you $800 a week. You do all the sales for our wedding, and then you could do weddings on the weekends." And weddings paid, like, at the time, like $700-800 a pop. Yeah. So I'm like, fuck, I can do fucking like 2-3 weddings a weekend plus the $800 a week. I can make $2,000-3,000 a week. Holy fucking shit. Back to Jersey I go. And that's when I left PA. Yeah. And that's when I officially went full time. And that's when I realized, like, okay, like, this is not bad. Fucking, this is fucking loot, baby. Yeah. Holy fuck. I was working 100 hours a week, but this is fucking loot. Yeah. And then, like, then because I was engulfed in it, in the wedding DJ culture, now I'm back all wedding DJ. I didn't do any clubs at that point. I left Harrisburg, everything. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm in the office all day doing sales. So now I start like looking like, all right, let me go to trade shows. Let me fucking like who's in the industry. And that's when I started broadening out. And then I realized what the higher end wedding DJs are doing, what they're charging, the ceiling of it. That's when it all started rolling. Like, I can fucking do this.
Yeah.
I just got to get disgusting.
Yeah.
I just got to shit on all these motherfuckers. That's all I got to do. And I just fucking practice. I went to Scratch Academy in Philly when it was open.
Really?
I was the first ever student at Scratch Academy. I heard that bitch was opening somehow. I was the first student they had, literally the first student to ever walk through the door. First graduating class, right? And like, I'm not gonna talk. Yeah, like they had a good curriculum. Like it was very cool. You know what I mean? Like it fucking. It's a shame it didn't work out. Like I feel like the way like they charged for it, like I feel like their business wasn't very well. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like that's why a lot of them are closed. So like I don't know. I feel like they could have done better on the business and marketing end. Yeah. Because it's a shame because it was cool. But anyway, so literally Sat One taught me how to scratch. He was one of the instructors there.
Really?
And Royale. So Royale and Royale's from Philly as well.
Yeah.
DJ shout out to both of them. And Sat One literally sat down, showed me how to transform, showed me how to chirp, gave me homework. You have to go practice this. You better have this by next week. Next week, come in, let me see you do it. It was like a strict curriculum just on scratching and everything. I feel like I really had the mixing down and really like understood all that. So that was more easy, but like, cause that was part of it. It was really, that's when I learned how to use a CDJ, how to use a turntable, turntables in general, like all that. And that's what opened my eyes to that. So, I graduated there, but then now I know how to practice correctly. Now I know how to, that was like 2015, maybe 20, and then that's when I started cutting. And then after that, I bought my first pair of turntables, Rain 56. And I haven't DJed without turntables since. I don't know. I just fucking love it. Like,
I noticed you used the new Pioneer Jones, right?
I just got them.
Yeah.
How
they're nice.
Disgusting.
Crazy.
I had the prototypes, bro. I couldn't believe it, man. I was like, holy fuck, I want to tell everybody about these. These are fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe the fucking Magville clamp. You cannot skip, like, even without the Magville clamp, that needle, you can't skip it. Like, you literally fucking can't skip it. Like, it won't, like, the way it's, like, insulated, it's just insane. And the Magville clamp, it's just like butter. Like, it works so well. And it works with a phono signal. It's not like phase. It's not HID. You have to literally hook up the RCAs for it to work. So there's no, you're not in, what's it called? Wireless. Like, it's not the wireless mode. Yeah. It's literally, you're just in regular relative with the fucking Magville clamp. It is 10,000 times more, less latency than the fucking phase. Yeah. And there's no batteries. It doesn't die. Like, dude. That's awesome. It is the future, man. Like, they're going right in my fucking furniture. Hell yeah. They're sitting in the box right now. I got to take them out.
That's awesome. But it sounds like your curiosity is just like, is what got you exactly where you were. If that makes sense.
Hyper focused tunnel vision, man. I'm a psychopath. That's what you call curiosity, but I'm fucking nuts.
That's like a nice way to put it. But but that's like a good, like, I feel like it's a good problem to have. And like, how often do you feel like, or how often do you, I guess, decompress from that? Because you can go, if you're going hard because you were in that huge hustle phase. Like, I know you still are, but like when you were first hustling, like in Sawyer's and all that, you were in that huge hustle phase. And like, did you ever get to a point where you felt like maybe like DJing wasn't for you? Did that ever come to your mind or no?
Yeah, I mean, because there was a couple downtimes, because when I was at Sawyer's, at the end of the day, like I was playing, like it was like, probably the biggest club in Harrisburg, and it was cool and all, but like not being able to play hip hop, I really wasn't at any real clubs. Like technically, like these are clubs where like they have like literally DJs, they sign on, like any club where you have the same DJ every Saturday. Yeah. It's not you know what I mean? And I always wanted to break into that, but the problem was I was a wedding DJ. I had that stigma. Like no club guys would even answer a DM from me. Like, and I tried. I used to like slide people's DMs. I asked, like, I got a list of motherfuckers in the back of my head that blew me off back in the day before I was I don't know, cool or whatever. There's a fucking list, man. But like, so it's discouraging. Like, I felt, because I started out as a wedding DJ, I never really went out to clubs, you know what I mean? I was like out of school, like I wasn't around like Philly, or, you know what I mean? Like I went out to like underage clubs when I was younger, and that was it, but that was just a party. Like, I felt like an outsider, and I felt like, almost like I could never get into a club. Because I always wanted to do clubs. Like I always wanted to be like, do like the cool shit, I guess. And like, so that's kind of like, that was like discouraging a lot. And then I just kind of like, sucked it up and then leaned on like, okay, I can make wedding money. And then like once I started making like really good wedding money and doing really well with the wedding aspect, then I'm like, all right, well, maybe I used to like not want to make wedding DJ content because I didn't want to put myself in that box. I wanted to like kind of like make like I'm a regular DJ, I could do it all content. Yeah. And I was like, well, maybe if I just lean into the wedding DJ shit and become like, try and be like one of the best of it and like one of the leading people in it or whatever, then maybe the club guys will finally respect me, and then maybe I can like kind of cross over. And at the same time, you know, EDM was kind of dying, and I'm slowly seeing, especially now, like I really do think that like, you know, open format is more prevalent in clubs, you know, more and more. And I think it's like really going to be the future, like, especially with like not a lot of great music coming out. You know, like I think a lot of people are leaning on the open format more and more because that's what people will jam to and rage and everything. And like, no, you know, I mean, there's no open format like wedding DJ for like you can make a grandma dance, like, you know what I mean? Like, so like kind of leveraging that. And that's where I'm at now. I'm trying to, you know, leverage what I do at weddings to like do more clubs and do more other stuff.
So your mindset was like, hey, let me just be the best with what I have, and then from there, if they see that for what that is, then great. But if not, you still have this amazing side of wedding DJing.
100%.
Yeah. And so you said you're trying to really want to get into club gigs now, right? Try to cross over a little bit.
I want to be 50-50. I'm happiest when I do both. You know, I like a variety. If I do all weddings, you know, they do get, you know, it's just, you know, if you do, like, if it's all weddings, like it's fun to like have a club here and there, you know what I mean? Like it's fun to just be able to, you know, it's a whole, and also keeps you dialed in too, you know, when you, especially like the college clubs and stuff, I'm playing for like 21-year-olds, like, you know, that's a whole nother realm. And, but then also those are my future couples, like in like 7 to 10 years, when I'm playing at the college right now, like, you know, that's what's going to be. So like, I need to be prepared. And so like, it all feeds each other, but it just, I like the variety though. So like, I really, you know, I would love to do like major nightclubs one day, you know, but it's fucking, you know, it's just somehow.
Let me ask you this. So when you had how old your child?
He was almost 1. So he's 10 months.
Wow. So when you had your child, like, how did you see? Do you see life differently now that you brought a person into the world?
Yeah, it's way different. Bro. Yeah, and everyone says that. I thought it was cliche as fuck. We never wanted kids. One of the reasons why, you know, we were always together is because like we were both on the same page. We never wanted kids. Really? Yeah, it's not like she like really wanted. Like it just happened, and you know, we're like, all right, well, fuck it. You know, we're not gonna. Fucking, so you know, and then it's insane, dude. It's just, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's you know, he's in the back of my mind, like with everything I do. You know, I always think about him all the time, and I miss him. Like the biggest thing is like missing him back. Like I used to, you know, let's say I take a trip to like LA or Vegas. Like I never want to come home. I'm having the time of my fucking life. I'm away for like 2 days, and I'm like, fuck, man, I kind of miss my kid. Like this is fucked up. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just like you can't help it. Like it's fucking crazy. He's so cute, man. He's like a he's a whole fucking vibe. He's gonna be an animal, bro.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He's a fucking animal.
So like, do you think that you found? It's all right. Let's try to frame this in a way where it's like, do you think that you found your purpose with music, or do you think that it's come through like something else? Like, do you think you found your purpose yet?
Yeah. I mean, I have plans to do other. I think I have multiple purpose. I think purpose is like for me is it's more. It's a lot of things. You know what I mean? I think you know, having a child and doing that whole thing in fatherhood is a huge thing that I never knew I wanted, and it's like, man, I'm so glad I did. And like, I don't know, I'm borderline thinking like maybe we should just fuck it. We should have an army, man. Let me have 3 or 4. You know, then they form their own coalition. They raise each other. You know,
the Spinelli event.
See what the fuck happens. Yeah, just let them vibe out. You know. So that's like a huge part of it, but there's a lot of things, you know what I mean? Like, I think, I think being you know, DJing and then in general, like is a big, it's definitely one of the things I was meant to do. One day I want to get into stand-up comedy, and I've been writing material and mapping that out, and one day I'm going to do that.
Really?
I love, I fucking rip poker, bro. And, I want to have enough time to like do more tournaments and, start fucking around in that circuit.
That's sick.
No one can get in people's head like me, bro.
Yeah.
I'll fucking read someone like a mile away, dude. It's fucking, like, I love playing poker. So like, I have other aspects too. Like, it's not just, so like, I don't know, man. I'm just so all over the place, but, there's like other goals I do have. I've literally been, kind of like prepping and planning how I want to get to the point. So my real like dead ass, I want to raise my price high enough doing weddings where I can do 30, 40 a year and make really good money and be Gucci, right? Then you have the internet and all that. So all my bills are paid, everything, my family's taken care of. So now I have all this extra time to maybe headline a nightclub someday, right? Maybe start fucking doing some comedy shows for $10 a pop. You know what I mean? Just work out that circuit. You know, see if I can go on fucking go and Kill Tony or something. Try and fucking get on Kill Tony if you heard of that.
The Comedy Store, I think, is one.
The Comedy Store, all that stuff. And then like have time to, you know, do a 3-day poker tournament because I'm off that weekend. You know what I mean? Shit like that. Like I will start pursuing other passions. I'm 34 now. I think I can get where I want to be, you know, where I'm talking about in like maybe 2-3 years if everything goes well, God willing. And like, and then like I really am going to start. So it's more like, I don't know. It's just not one. It's like, I got a lot of shit.
Yeah. How important is it to you for timing and patience?
It's everything. You just have to have patience. Everything takes forever. It really does. Like it never, you know, if you get lucky and bang, great. You know what I mean? Like the only time I got lucky and it was like bang was when I started posting TikToks and Reels and it was like bang. I was like, oh shit. And that's never happened to me. Like before that, like I have 50,000 subs on YouTube. Yeah. I've almost, I think 500 videos. Yeah. You know how much work that they do? I can't tell you how much blood, sweat, like hours and hours. YouTube's the hardest thing. It's the most rewarding. Yeah. It's my favorite. If you were gonna, you know, take away all my social medias, I'd keep YouTube only. You know what I mean? Like that is it's like my favorite. Whereas like other ones you can blow up real fast. But yeah, it's a long game, man. Like everything's long game. Like I'll put in the work for comedy. I'll put in the work for poker. Like I want to like, my hero is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Is he really?
Because he fucking did it, bro. He didn't just do one thing, right? Yeah. I feel like most people, he came to America from Austria. He's like, I'm going to be the greatest bodybuilder on earth, right? And he won Mr. Olympia like 6 times or some shit. He was the GOAT. He literally was number one. Like everyone, he shit on everybody. He was disgusting. Most people would end there and be like, all right, I was the greatest bodybuilder to ever live. Now I'm going to go bang my wife and ride off in the sunset, you know, start some businesses, you know, buy a fucking Wawa or something. I don't know, right? But no. He's like, now I'm going to be an actor, even though I talk like this. Ow, ow, ow. And every producer's like, bro, you can't even speak. Your accent's ridiculous. You're not going to be an actor. What are you, stupid? No, it became the #1 actor of all the 80s and early 90s. Blockbuster, fucking action movie, everything, right? Yeah. And then in the midst of all this, he married a Kennedy. He married our fucking royalty. Mm-hmm. He married fucking John F. Kennedy's fucking granddaughter or some shit. Maria Shriver, right? Yeah. Married a Kennedy, right? Then after that, he's like, you know what? I'm going to be the governor of California. Yep. He can't even fucking pronounce California. And he became the governor of California and got into politics. Then he went back into movies, had a few more slap of movies. Like, dude, the dude like just went, and like, I kind of like think about that. And I'm like, you know, I can just chill and just DJ the rest of my life and grind this shit out. But like, why not fucking, like, I really like comedy. I really like poker. I really like, there's other things. Why not fucking go for that too? If I can do it financially, that's why I'm trying to get everything, you know what I mean? Obviously.
Squeeze the most out of life.
Right?
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to look at things. Do you think, did that come from anywhere? Did that come from like your mom or dad or family? Like where does that mindset of like, hey, I want to squeeze everything I can out of life and not be afraid to jump into new things?
You know, maybe it came from my mom. I mean, not to say that my mom is like ambitious, like has a crazy career or anything like that. She was just a stay-at-home mom. But my mom like really instilled like an unhealthy amount of confidence in me. Like she was one of those moms like, you know, you're the most handsome guy on this fucking planet. You know that, right? I'm like, yeah, no, I know. You told me all the time, Mom. Like, I love you so much. You are the shit. Do you understand? You are the... I know, Mom. You tell me all the time. So like by the time I got to school, I'm going through school. I was always the fucking like the loudest fucking, yo, what's up? What's up? I don't give a fuck. What are you gonna say, dog? What? I had all the confidence in the world. I was hiding. I was literally just like, my mom just told me my whole life.
Mama told me I'm funny, so I'm funny.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Like it's just fun. That's the only thing I can pinpoint on because there's no real. I didn't really have a crazy like a role model growing up where I was just like, wow, man, this guy's like a baller, or this guy like.
It's interesting because I feel like a lot of times people have fear to jump in new and try new things. I feel like you just don't have that.
No, I mean, early on maybe a little bit. Not really. I don't know. But because what's worse going to happen?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
What's someone going to say no to you?
Then fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, you've been told no a million times. Look where you're at now.
Fuck it.
I think that I think getting told no can be blessings in disguise because it teaches you to go back to the drawing board, see what you got going on, see what's working, what's not working. Like I've been told no plenty of times. I remember like when I would go like into the city and give my like 2019, I think it was, I gave all my business cards out to every bar in the city and every bar said no, and then now I'm playing in them. You know what I mean? Because like timing, just timing and all that. But like, do you have advice or like do you have a method or a philosophy that you've had throughout your life so far that you've like really honed in on to be able to get yourself to where you are today? Is there something you've lived by, whether someone told you something or something you found online where you're like, you know what, I'm going to internalize this and I'm going to vicariously live through this to help get to where I want to be?
like, I mean, I got it from Arnold. Like, always be useful. Whatever you do, be useful.
Yeah.
And anything you're doing, just be useful. And then like, I always just thought back in my head, like, I have to outwork everybody. So you just have to like, there's no shortcuts. There's no, if anybody says you can get there quicker, you're not. Like, there's no shortcuts. You just have to literally outwork everybody. There's always someone who's working harder than you, and like, you just have to like, it's just, I always just had in my head, I got to outwork everybody. When I got that C, I got to outwork everyone. I got to outwork everybody. Like, I got to, I got to do more. I got to make it where, even like me trying to get into clubs, like the only way I know I'm going to get into clubs is if like, they can't ignore me anymore. I just got like, whether it's like, I just have too many followers, I can bring out too many people, or like, this the skill, whatever, like they just can't ignore me anymore. Eventually, fucking Live in Miami's got to call me eventually. Cause like, why, you know what I mean? Like that's just my mindset. I might be crazy. Maybe I never get the call, but like, that's just the plan. I'm just going to keep working until I get the call. I don't know. You just outwork everybody. Like,
yeah, I like that.
Most people don't work as hard as they appear to or think they do, or in general, it's true. Like, really, like, truly, like, most people don't really, and like, that's all you got to do. As long as you just like, and you give a fuck, you know what I mean? And you just, that's,
I like that.
It's that simple.
I like that.
To me.
Do you have that's facts, 100%. I have literally no disagreement on that. It's so true. And like, do you have an end goal or a dream that you'd want to accomplish in this lifetime that once you accomplish, you'd be like, wow, like I fucking did it?
Yeah. I'm gonna be a stand-up comedian. I'm gonna get a comedy special on Netflix. I'm gonna be in a movie one day. I want to be in a movie one day. I think that'd be fun as shit. I don't know if I want to be a fucking actor, but I definitely want to try that shit out. You know what I mean? See what happens.
Double,
Something, bro. That'd be sick, dude. Just be on a movie set, just have one line like, yo, watch out.
It's that guy.
Yo, I'm like, yo, bro, let me buy you a shot. I'm the guy from that one movie that said, yo, watch out. You remember?
You're the watch out guy?
Yeah, I'm the watch out guy. And I want to be a pro poker player. And I want to be a celebrity wedding DJ. Like, I want to get to the point where like, I do like very, very like I think when it comes to weddings, there's layers. You have like your fire hall level weddings. You have your middle class weddings, which are decent venues. They're nice, whatever, but they're, your $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 weddings or whatever. Like, then you have the high end weddings, which I'm at pretty much. And higher weddings, I would say like in the hundreds to about $1 million, right, per wedding, like very high end. These people are very wealthy, doctors, lawyers, some politicians here and there, like, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But then there's the next level. There's only one level to go for me. I think there's only like 4 levels really. And it's a huge jump. So you go from like high end wealthy people to like fuck you money people.
Yeah.
And that could be, Selena Gomez's wedding. That could be, someone we may not know, but he's a billionaire type stuff. Like, I want to get to that level, the fuck you money level, where I don't have to bring anything ever. When you get to that level, everything is provided for you. They have high-end wedding planners that they want certain speakers. They don't even give a fuck what the fuck speakers you have. They're not going to take a risk. They want this production. They want this booth. They pick the booth for you. They pick everything. Everything is like, there's just no budget. So I just show up. I charge a huge flat rate. I bring my laptop and I play. I give them my rider and I play. I do my thing. And that's it. Like, that's the level of wedding. And like, very, very, very few DJs get there, regular DJs, because those weddings, they want to hire people with clout. They want to hire people, why would you hire a regular guy? They want to hire, Tiesto, even though Tiesto probably, I don't know how good he could do a wedding. I know he's a solid DJ and he's got some slaps, especially that guy has stayed relevant for so long. He's like 103 at this point and he's still fucking coming out with bangers, right? He's like probably like 48 or something, 50.
Yeah.
But they'll hire Tiesto because it's fucking Tiesto who's doing the wedding.
Right.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like those guys get those gigs. It's very few, I think Spider does some of them. Spider would be like, to me, like a regular, like a guy without like a bunch of hits who like grinded his way up. I don't know if you know DJ Spider.
Yeah.
Homie of mine, really good dude.
Yeah.
Like, he does like some crazy events too. So like so there's very few DJs like that, or in my position, that came up the way I did, that have gotten to that level. But like, that's definitely like I don't know. And I really don't know how I'm gonna get there. I'm just gonna keep making videos and keep pushing and keep and then trying to, get better and do good, give 150% every gig, and that's it. What else can I do? Until it's gotta be the right time. It's gotta be the right person to see you at a wedding, maybe. And I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna take.
Hell yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna get there. I'm just gonna keep pushing. There's no fucking place. That's the scariest part, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I think a lot of people give up, because like, there's really no surefire way. You just have to literally just like run into the dark.
Yeah.
You're going to run into shit. There's no other way. You have to run in the dark. You got no lights, nothing. I don't know what's going to happen. I speak into existence.
Yeah.
This is a big part of it. Putting it on a podcast. I'm speaking all the shit in existence. I'm manifesting this shit right now. But like, it's really just, you got to put your head down and work and hope it happens. But if it never happens, you know, right now, if I died tomorrow, I am very happy. I am very happy. I've accomplished so much. I'm very like, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I have a wonderful family, everything. Like, I'm very happy. Like, you know, even if none of that. So like, so that's the thing. I'm okay with not.
Yeah.
If none of all these crazy things I'm saying doesn't work out, I'm okay with it. But I'm gonna fucking try.
You're not attached to the result, but goddamn, you're gonna try.
I'm gonna fucking try my dick off. So when I'm 80 and I'm chilling in that rocking chair, I'm like, fuck it, I tried my dick off. You know, whatever. Didn't work out, but I tried my dick off. This is what I learned along the way. I got some stories.
That's so cool.
You know what I mean?
I love your story, man. I really do, because it's like I could see like. I kind of like could see like a little bit of myself in you. That's because like it's like the hustle, it's the grind, and it's not like giving a fuck, and it's being consistent and just seeing what happens. Like that's how like honestly I started all this just to see what happens.
That's
like
dope, man.
I'm not attached to the result. Learn along the way.
Now you got the 6th studio. It's legit. I never been. It's really fucking cool. Way nicer than where I fucking do my show, bro.
That's really nice of you. Thank you, man. It took a lot of work, but you know, everything takes work.
3 camera angles.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Appreciate that, man.
Look at that.
Got Chris. I got myself.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And you got Chris. You're Jamie.
Yeah.
It's just like I told him when I came out. I was like, just like fucking. I feel like I'm on Joe Rogan.
Hey, let them know, man. Let them know let them know. I just did a podcast with Brian Dawkins for the 100th episode.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
I would shit myself. I would stutter if I met that guy. But Weapon X.
You should check it. It was my last one. I posted one today, but episode 100. But
that's so cool.
Yeah, that was a really cool moment, and yeah, it was just crazy. A whole culmination of like everything happening, which is like it's so fast, and just staying consistent, and just like looking back to where I started, and then like I said, I see that in you with like how your journey has been so far, and like it's just so cool to see people who like hustle and just don't give a fuck how it happens, but it's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Man. Same, bro. I agree, man. I feed off that shit. Like I love seeing like all you guys, like everybody, like I don't know. I love seeing people make it, man. It makes me so fucking happy.
Yeah.
It's like fuck yeah, you know?
Yeah.
Against all odds. Holy shit, Weapon X, bro.
Yeah.
Did he say like doggone it during the email? You remember when he said,
he did.
Doggone it, I'll tell you. Doggone it. When he hit he'd be, you're not gonna mess with me, doggone it.
Yeah, dude. He said like doggone it. Like he said like everything. And dude, he spoke to my soul, man. That's dude crazy. Spoke to my soul.
I gotta listen to that. I'm listening on the way home.
Yeah, it was a good one, man. But honestly, I want to thank you so much for coming on. And
my pleasure, bro.
And dude, come check him out October 22nd at our Club 215
Let's
tailgate.
go.
He's gonna be putting on an amazing set. I'm super excited. Even if, dude, if you play the crazy like some crazy transitions, man.
Yeah. What should I play?
Dude, honestly,
I meant to ask you about this.
Just think about it like this. It's gonna be a lot of drunk people wanting to just have fun and let's go crazy. Like just have fun with it, man. Like,
yeah.
That's what I do.
I'll take a couple risks. We'll see what happens.
Throw back some risk, bro. People will love you. I think people are gonna love you.
All right, cool. I'm excited. And thanks for having me, by the way.
No
like
worries,
here
man.
and in the thing. I appreciate it, man.
Dude, no worries. You're a great guy. You've done so much, and honestly, I'm wishing you the best of luck. Hopefully, I see you in a movie one day with the one line. Bro,
I'll shit myself, bro. I'll be so hyped, bro.
That's so sick. But dude, thanks so much for coming on. October 22nd. Where can they find you on social media?
At DJ Nick Spinelli, Instagram, TikTok, and all that. And then my YouTube is youtube.com/Nick Spinelli.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. You've been watching The Loft. I'm going to have everything linked in the description. My name's KEV Nichols. That's Nick Spinelli. Peace, guys. Peace out.